You look ready. You look ready. Are you ready?
I feel
you got the look going.
Is there a look? I don't know if there's a look.
I don't. Do you cultivate something?
Yeah, I have to
put out there.
I'm ready.
It's not working.
Well, then I'm not ready.
Welcome back to Talking Story. Hey, my name is John Minton. That right there is my literary wingman, the scion to the Talking Story throne. Best producer on BookTube, says so on bathroom stalls all over the world. And what I like to think of him as is the chull of happiness. That right there is my chull of happiness.
You remembered and brought it back. I love it.
Oh, I had commenters remind me, and I thank them for it because that is you're my little chull of happess, my friend.
I don't know if I like being called a little chull. I don't know if I like little in the beginning of
little cherubic chully of happiness. That's you.
The length of my intro grows.
Did you have a great week?
Did
you have an amazing weekend?
I had an amazing weekend. I did.
Look, this is the Weekly Reader. This is the time we get together, you and me, talk about our past week. We launch ourselves into the new week with everybody out there coming along. This is going to set our week up just the way we like it, filled with 5-star reads, ready to go. Get some caffeine. Get your caffeine of choice and launch with us.
You got Dr. Pepper? What do you have?
I got a little DP here. The doctor has filled my prescription with my caffeine of choice.
Of course you do.
So,
Sponsor coming soon.
We got important things to talk about.
We do. I'm sorry. We can't just talk about soda the whole time. My apologies.
Yeah, I don't know. This is not the soda tube.
If you want, it could be. But I understand we cannot.
It could be. Hey, I just got to pop up and say a little bit of how amazing the week has gone. We, going all the way back to junior high. I'm going to go look through the mists of time. I'm going to take you back to your mom's junior high days when she spent time before every new school year writing out simple minds on each and every folder for class, to rep her favorite band. This was a band she had never seen. And when we found out the guys were leaving Glasgow and coming out to do another tour, a live and kicking tour 2025. We were going to make that junior high dream come true. So this past weekend, we went down to Atlanta. She actually met up with some junior high friends in Atlanta, and we all went to let's throw up a photo from the concert.
Yeah,
bang,
slightly blurry photo, but a photo nonetheless.
But, we were there with friends. It was an amazing weekend. It was a bucket list concert. She had always wanted to see him. And they sounded amazing, man. Like, it was, what a show. What a great weekend. Fun.
Man, I'm so glad you guys got to go. It looked like a lot of fun.
It was awesome. We had an awesome time. And then,
There's more?
There's more announcements because, people here, you may know, you may not know. I don't know. We just released our first book, Written as a Family, J.A.J. Minton, Jacob, Amy, John. Book 1 of Strange Eons Discovery, just released last month on the 15th. And I feel like we just have to make a little bit of an update here.
Yeah, we got a big thank you to put out, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, we are pretty gobsmacked. I can't even come up with a word.
Oh yeah, beyond.
But when you have, first of all, let's just say, plotting meetings for book 2 are done, over, finished.
Well, we'll see.
No, we got the A out of JAJ to agree to as much of an outline as we can get.
Yeah, she's a discovery writer. She loves to run into the tall grass.
So we have making strides, man. Getting ready, making strides on book 2.
Yeah,
and book 1. Wow, this just feels weird to say, but we have hit 1,000 copies sold.
We have.
On book 1, Discovery by J.J. Min, and it's like, look. You spend so much time cracking each other up, the three of us working for the grins of it, we thought,
Yeah.
and then to put it out there and wonder, oh my gosh, what'll people think? What'll it be? What's gonna happen? You rehearse. People buy tickets, come in and sit down, and then they let you know what you did. And just it's each and every one of you that have dove in and tried the family project and given it a shot, that allow us to say a crazy number like that we've sold 1,000 copies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of at a loss for words. It's ridiculous to me. I mean, I still have a hard time thinking about this book being anything more than the thing that you, me, and Mom would do sitting at the dining room table. Like, to just have fun. And
cracking each other up, sure.
Yeah.
But it's look, it is what it is because of all of you out there that have picked it up. It's the audience is one of the most important step in creation.
I was about to say, I think the most rewarding thing about this has been seeing people outside of the three of us talk about the book. People enjoying it on Discord or people on their own channels talking about it. It's just means a great deal. I don't know how else to be more thankful.
I mean, it's unbelievable milestone. We want to celebrate it with all of you and thank each and every one of you that from Kindle Unlimited to a paperback to an ebook to the mentors that we send a copy to that were willing to read it and help us. But 1,000 sold. It's unbelievable, and we just couldn't. We would it exists because of you guys.
Yeah, I hope you like book 2. If the second one comes out and it sucks, that kind of
all I can say is it gets crazier.
Yeah, it does get crazier. Yeah,
I'm comfortable saying that.
It definitely gets crazier. So, but more soon.
Well, let's launch into some 5-star reads, brother. Hit me, Chully.
I have started and I'm getting deeper and deeper into Jahanna Reads' Ships of Merior.
Yes.
I've been saving this for so long.
Turn that up. Show me how far you're in.
We'll get to it. I've been saving this for so long, waiting to read it during my birthday month because I knew it would mean a lot to me, and it is so far. I am not quite as far as I wanted to be. I'm at 100 pages. Keep in mind, this is 2 volumes, so I'm only reading to about halfway. I think it comes out to right around 500 pages as part 1.
Yeah, you're about a quarter in.
A fifth. I'm not even a quarter. This past week was insanely busy, so a lot of that reading was today to catch up. So I think I read like 50 pages today. So hopefully
that's amazing. That tells us what you're thinking. If you can sit down and blow through.
Yeah. I've been waiting to return to this world and return to Jahanna Reads' prose. And I always lean back on the word that you applied to it because it was so perfect. You always say that Jahanna Reads' writing is transportive, and it absolutely is. The way that she is able to set up all of the little nooks and crannies of her world and make sure that any event is not singular. Any small event causes a chain reaction within this world because it is a true world. People get up and go to sleep every day that are completely off the page. You're not even thinking about them, but they're thinking about what's happening in the story at all times. And there have just been so many times during this read so far that I'm thinking that I would have never thought that would be an effect from that cause. I didn't even think that this was a cause and effect. I thought that was just going to be something that happens and, exciting, let's move on. No moving on. Everything has purpose. It's fantastic. And just the characters are so more than 3-dimensional. They're 4-dimensional. I feel like I can relate to some of these people. And I even have characters that I'm not a big fan of. Lysier. I hate Lysier with all of my heart. I think he sucks as a person to his core. But there are even times that I have to admit, like, Oh, but he's not dumb. That's actually pretty smart.
He's not a stupid man.
He had a cool moment there.
Yeah.
Maybe I like Lysair a little bit.
He's got several, but look, now you understand. You're 100 pages in. I can say you understand where I say it feels like one of those Crosby and Hope on the road movies. It's just Arathon is just moving around, him and Dakar. They just seem like they're just kind of pinballing off of situations and going from this area to this area to open up the world a little bit. And all I can tell you is it's not for nothing. It's not for nothing.
Wait. It
all leads to something.
I can't wait. I love that Dakar in book 1 is just this kind of cursed prophet that has these horrible nightmares, and it's torture to him to go through this. So he just makes himself drunk all the time. So he's kind of numb to the pain. And I won't say how, no spoilers, but he's kind of forced to be sober for a little while in this book. And it's funny, kind of in a black humor kind of way, to watch the different ways that he can apply pain to himself to try and numb himself again without the alcohol.
I can't wait for you to get further in. I cannot wait for you to get further in.
I'm probably going to read more tonight. Definitely more tomorrow. I'm hoping to read just a little bit every day because it's hard. I think that was the worst part of my past week, is like going several days in a row without reading this book because it's so good.
It's one of those that pulls you, right?
It really does. Yeah. But that is everything that I read this week. And
that's what you got coming up.
That is what I got coming up. Yeah. Sticking with it.
Okay. Absolutely.
So how about you? Because you went on vacation this past week.
I went on vacation.
Did you read as much?
We did take the trip down to Atlanta to see the concert. I did get some reading done.
Oh, how much reading did you get done?
I had to get some reading done because the first is the Quilluminati is meeting.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
This coming week. So I have to be prepared and ready for my brethren of the Quilluminati. The Quilluminati is our kind of book club with, this is a brainchild of Brian from BellTube, Dr. Philip Chase of Best of Fantasy, Mike from Mike's Book Reviews, and myself. We meet once a quarter, and this quarter's pick was from Mike himself. This is a book that Christopher Ruocchio actually bought for Mike and put it in his hands and said, you have to read this. So it was Mike's pick for the Quilluminati this quarter. I have finished The Stress of Her Regard by Tim Powers. Now, I can't get in too much to it because we're going to go deep with the Quilluminati this week. So I mean, I gotta save some mojo. I can't take everything, all the weapons out yet. But all I'm gonna say is this: on paper, when you describe this book and say it's a new way to look at vampirism.
Oh, okay.
It's going to show you all the way back to creation that what you think this world is and the history of it and how it came to be and where it's going is not what you think it is. The main characters are some of the most amazing romantic poets of all time: Keats, Shelley, Lord Byron. You can imagine the passion they're going to have as a character just thinking about the main characters wrapped up in this conundrum of vampirism and trying to figure out the mysteries of how the world really works and where we've really come from and what they've gotten thrown into. The passion should leap off the page with characters like that. A little bit of a mystery, someone that is regarded as an amazing author like Tim Powers. You can imagine that it's going to be well thought out, well paced. So everything, like, just think about it. Does this sound like a John book or not?
Every piece of that is a component of a John book.
Absolutely. So did I love this book? Did this book work for me?
Really? How?
Look.
What didn't work?
I'm not going to get deep into it because we're going to talk with the Quilluminati. It's like Mike said. I watched Mike talk about it a little bit, and Mike said, I wanted to love it. I like it. I wanted to love it. And I've talked to Brian behind the scenes. I've talked to Dr. Chase. Dr. Chase, I don't think has finished it, but he's in there. So I think we're going to be kind of all over the spectrum of what we bring to this discussion and what we feel about this book. So it should be a great discussion.
Okay. Interesting. And this was a Mike pick, correct? Or
This
really
was Mike's pick.
Christopher Ruocchio pick as well, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right. Well, I'll have to tune in for that one and see everyone have their different opinions on it.
I mean, and the locales of this, Lake Geneva, Venice, the amazing canvas that this story is painted across. Another component should be from cover to cover a John fave. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm so tempted why it didn't work for you. I'll have to ask you off camera why it didn't work for you.
Yeah, because I don't want to put too much out there because it's coming up this week, our big discussion, and it will be on Mike's channel. So I know everyone knows where to find Mike. Yeah. So check us. I'll cover it a little bit later when we're talking about this week's goodies. Check us out there. It's going to be an amazing meeting of the Quilluminati. So check us out. And after that, we are all getting together again. Speaking of Mr. Ruocchio, who is our guide, our Sherpa through the Book of the New Sun, I believe we're getting it together again.
Did you finish Claw of the Conciliator already?
I did finish Claw of the Conciliator.
I can't wait to hear this. How confused are you?
Look. Let me stall in this way.
Okay, you please. Whatever you need to do.
I'm going to grab the Trapper Keeper.
Oh, maybe not whatever way you need to do. I'd prefer if you didn't bring that into this.
I got to pull out the Trapper Keeper because, look, I got to mention everyone that is with us on Book of the New Sun. We're talking about Christopher Ruocchio. This series inspired him to such a degree, and reading this, I can see so much like, oh my gosh, yes, I can see where Sun Eater was birthed from so much. So he is kind of guiding us. iSamwise is right there with him. He's read this I don't know how many times, right there with him. We got Jake from NLR. We got Johanna from Johanna Reads. We got Austin and Richard from Two to Ramble. And we also have the amazing Preacher Reads that's all getting together to talk about Book of the New Sun. So I'm not sure when this will be happening. It's not set up yet, but I have to be ready. So I got to stay on top of my buddy read. So I did finish it. Okay, how confused am I?
Scale of 1 to 10. We can make it easy.
Good 10. I'm gonna slide it right in there. Look, I'm not gonna say this isn't an amazing world and an amazing story wrapped in this world, but Gene Wolfe, Book of the New Sun, Book 2, Claw of the Conciliator is what we're talking about here, and he starts out by digging a hole and planting all these amazing things. And then he fills that hole in, and then he covers it with mulch, and then he brings in the cement truck. So you've got to jackhammer and dig and then sort through what it was he planted down there to figure out what it is he's got for you to understand. It is so many layers upon layers upon layers. And for every question, I think, oh, I got that one. I got that. And you want to give yourself a little, I think I might go get a cookie and maybe get a juice box and a nap because that took a lot. For every one of those, I'm going to say there's like 7 things that I'm going like, I for $1 million, I couldn't tell you.
That's not a terrible ratio. I expected it to be worse, actually.
So the excitement is the world. The excitement is the world that you are uncovering. And the excitement is how much of this world is based upon the embers of the world we know and understand that has been burnt to a cinder and then rebuilt upon. And not only the world as we understand it, but also the stories that make us who we are. It gets a little bit deeper into... there's actually a couple moments in this where someone will just like, oh, let's just pick this book up and read this story. Oh. Or let me just take the time to transcribe this play that was performed. So you're really starting to see the theme of narrative and story and these, the theme of these tales and these flights of fancy, what they say about us, how they describe us, how they show what our potential is for the future, and our curse of the past of where we come from. And that's also another huge component of this. And that component should make this a cover-to-cover John all-time fave. Was it? So that's going on here as well. So there's just so many layers. There's you actually have to. It feels like you're not a reader. It feels like you're a first-term archaeologist student, and they gave you a brush, and your professor told you to unearth this bone, and then he came back, and you're doing it wrong, and he smacked you with a cane. That's what it feels like, sifting through pages by pages. That's the feeling I get here.
I mean, here's the thing that I will point out, is that after book 1, you felt pretty similarly.
I did.
And then after the stream, I think everybody involved with the stream was like, oh, now I'm understanding these pieces. Now things are coming together. And now I think I'm more on board with why this is such an impressive story.
You remember absolutely correctly. And remember, it was yours and my book of the month.
It was, yeah.
After the stream and after we spoke with people and we had some of those aha moments of what was going on.
Yeah.
And that I fully expect that could happen to me again. My appreciation and enjoyment of this is only going to grow and go off the chart when I talk to some people that can sift some of those sands aside and let me start to see what's really underneath there unearthed so I can really appreciate it. But there's so much. There's just so much going on. And again, I say you would think I didn't enjoy it, but where it leaves off, you immediately want to pick up the next book.
I was about to ask. I'm curious for comparison, like before and after the upcoming stream. Again, scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the next book?
It is very enticing to try and understand the puzzle and move forward. And to me, this book is a puzzle box. This is a literary Sudoku that you have to stress and work with and put together to make all the pieces fit, and then you see the beautiful image revealed. And the way it leaves you off here at the end of book 2, just like book 1, it makes you go, okay, I'm in. Give me the next book. Even though so obviously Gene Wolfe is a master.
Of course.
And I'm not a big fan of puzzles. It's not my jam.
Right.
Mom can work on puzzles for hours. It's not my thing. So did I love it? I can't say, oh my gosh, I just ate this up with a spoon. I loved it. It was my thing. I think I will appreciate it immensely more after we have this discussion. So kind of starting off the month with that doesn't make me want to run across the field at homecoming in a bout of glee. I will say that, these 2 books that I started the month with.
How many more comparisons can we squeeze in here?
Oh, yeah, that's what we do, man.
That's what you do.
That's what we do, and people know it, and let's thank the people that know it the best.
Wow, well done. Always people to thank.
Just a quick break in the action to thank all of our correspondents, directors, and producers on Patreon. These people keep the lights on. They make decisions for us because we don't know what we're doing. We're not great at making the decisions around here. The decisions all the way from what I'm going to read next, what the book club of the month Patreon pick is going to be, but all the way up to video ideas and what we're going to do here on the channel coming up for you. If you're interested or you want to find out how you can be a part of this, right down there in the description box, click the Patreon link. It's got all the answers for you. And once again, thank you to all of these fine people that are helping us build the channel, our correspondents, directors, and producers.
So what'd you read next then? Because it seems like that's a bit of a rocky start to your week.
I can't say, these are 2 giants. These are 2 masters.
Yeah.
Right? And I fully expect Dr. Chase will tell me what I missed here, and I'll love it. And I just like the first book after our discussion, but it's not. They're not. On my own, they're a little head scratchy. I'm a little bit of a head scratcher on both those. So moving on, what do we got next for the month? What's coming up next? Next is George R. Martin, Tough Voyaging. This is a buddy read with Kyle over on Kyle Reads. He said, hey, would you want to get involved and read some George R. R. Martin that is not Game of Thrones, just so we can talk about some of the stuff he was doing before Game of Thrones? And this is kind of like, I've read this before, but it's a good probably 25 years ago, maybe. It was a long, long time ago when I read this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this is kind of like a con artist that comes upon and gets control over like a genetic seed ship. So almost every type of genetic creature, being, animal, he can take it from planet to planet, and they might have a problem, and it's like, ooh, I kind of have a solution for you. We'll introduce this into your ecosphere and solve your problem, and it'll only cost you, a fair finder's fee of this. So it's kind of like almost like a genetic sci-fi rainmaker. You having a problem? Ooh. Let me come in and make it rain for you if you're having a drought. So tough voyaging. Tough is a bit of a con man that comes into the seed ship, and I really, really enjoyed this when I read it years and years ago. I'm interested to see how it hits me this time.
I assume it'll be a little easier for you to follow than the previous reads.
Yeah, this will be absolutely fun, and I should just knock this out before the week is up.
Yeah, and it is a buddy read with read by Kyle, right?
It is a buddy read with read by Kyle. I'll be over on Kyle's channel. We're going to be talking about some George R. R. Martin that is not Game of Thrones. I'm very excited about that.
Lovely.
And then I got to pick up yet another buddy read.
So many buddy reads this month. What's this one?
I can't. Look, I'm excited for this one because this is Long Price Quartet by Daniel Abraham.
Ooh.
This is Josh over at Red Fury Books, and I think Alan at Library of Alexandria, the Long Price prophet himself, who loves this series so much, will be joining us. So
now
I will be reading. Yes, sir.
Why is your bookmark in that one first?
I've got more than one bookmark.
Oh, okay.
I was actually doing this one first. Oh. That's right. I'm doing this one first, and then I'll get to this one. These were stacked up out of order. But no, this is the read I'm starting tonight, so that's why my bookmark's in that. Because this is 4 in 1 omnibus, and I will be reading the first one to discuss, and the first one is A Shadow in Summer. And I'm going to start that tonight before bed. And then when I finish that, I think the first one is like 240 pages or something like that.
Oh, you'll knock it out in a couple days or something.
So when I finish that, I will be picking up Tough Voyaging by George R. R. Martin. So
gotcha.
If I have a good reading week, both of these will be read this week.
Yeah, hopefully a bit of a smoother week for you this time around.
I almost feel bad. I can't say this is bad literature. I can't say these are bad examples of the genre. These are both considered
there's a difference between
all-time
bad
classics.
Literature. Right.
Yeah, these are both considered all-time classics of the genre. I
mean, especially Claw of the Conciliator is like from things that they were telling us in the stream that I don't know if we've technically gotten to yet, but they were trying to help us understand. Yeah, I think it's kind of the point that it's supposed to feel like putting a puzzle together. Like it's meant to be a little obtuse on purpose, for sure.
But here's the amazing thing, though. Like I know you want to continue.
I do, yeah.
And just after the discussion of Shadow of the Torturer, book 1, there are things that happen in book 2 that I'm like, I know what that is.
Oh, good.
I'm not quite so out in the cold. I do have a windbreaker from the book 1 talk. I do know what's happening here.
Were those that was few cool things you understood before there were 7 more things that went straight over your head?
Yeah, that did help. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, these are all. I do think that's the amazing thing sometimes about art and story is the sharing of it. Right? It's the sharing of it. It's like we were talking a little bit earlier when the audience comes in and sits down. And if you're lucky enough, you sit down with an audience all together and you experience a moment of time, a performance, or or you're looking at art in a museum or a salon, or a poetry reading or jazz or what, a moment in time where that movement of art washes over all of you and changes you all together. And these buddy reads, that's kind of that vibe. That's kind of that charge. That's kind of that buzz we get. Not only do we get to take this story in, what does it mean to us? What does it mean at all? Who are these characters? How can we carry them with them? How can we identify what they're going through and maybe reflect on what we're going through those eyes of these characters? And then you share it with other people that have read the same story, and you talk back and forth, and it's like your level of enjoyment, your level of engagement, your level of interpretation, because all these other perspectives have come into your orbit and talked with you about these moments of art that you've taken in. It's just magic. It just means the whole world. It changes everything of what you've done by yourself. You found that out. You know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's kind of the amazing thing about BookTube, in a bit of a less philosophical sense for me, that it was like, to get to the end of Shadow of the Torture for me without that book club would have been like, I'm reading this and no, I'm done.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Yeah, that's not for me at all.
Look, let me tell you, it's 5:00 on a Friday. Punch my card. Whistle blew. I'm out.
Yeah. But to have that stream and to hear why it means so much to Christopher, whose work I do love, and of course now I do love Gene Wolfe, and to hear it from iSamwise as well, that he was kind of walking us through things too, and got me my copy of Shadow of the Torture and said, this means a lot to me. I want to share this story with you. It's like, okay, either I'm missing something, or it's just not for me, and that's okay. So I'll give it the shot that maybe I'm missing, and I totally was missing something. Of course,
yeah.
It's like one of my most anticipated things to get back to next year. I can't wait for it.
Feel the same. That's it. I feel I'm incomplete.
Right.
This week's read, I feel Stress of Her Regard and Claw the Conciliator. It's a big red eye in my grade book. I until I hang out and talk with some other folks, I feel incomplete on it.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty complete on Stress of Her Regard. I feel more solid on that. But
maybe your opinions change a little bit in the discussion. We'll see.
I would be shocked if they don't. Absolutely shocked if they don't. So, all right, coming up this week. You ready?
I
Take
know
it away.
one.
You got it.
No, I only know one. I don't know what the one that comes first is. So you'll have to go.
The one that comes first.
Okay.
We do a little thing around here called Talking with Tubers. Where we bring in other booktubers and we get to hang out, and we do it a live stream because people like to hang out with you and hit us in comments and ask us great questions. And so we have a Talking with Tubers coming up on Wednesday, and it's a very special time, and it's a very special guest. That's why it's a very special time.
Who is it?
We will be spending some time on 2:00 Eastern on Wednesday in the afternoon. 2:00 Eastern in the afternoon this coming Wednesday. We're going to spend some time talking with tubers with the amazing Vera is going to join us all the way. Yeah. Oh, I think
that's so cool.
I'm not sure if she's home in Poland, or I'm not sure if she's still in Ireland for school. I'm not sure where she is, but wherever she is, it's making us do the stream at 2:00 my time, and I think it'll be like in the evening for Vera.
Yeah,
but she's gonna.
Well, don't say making. Very exciting, nonetheless. No one's twisting your arm to do it at 2 p.m. It's gonna be so much fun.
Look, it's gonna be an amazing way. If you got a little break at work. You can maybe turn on a little something up to your desk or something, like, or catch up afterward, whatever. But we're going to have, I can't wait. I cannot wait to talk in person with Vera, because look, I've tried a couple of the Witcher books, and that's another series that is like, I'm not getting it. And I got to talk to her about that. She is one of the most insightful people on that series. I can't wait to talk to her about it.
Oh, really? Okay. That's one I've been wondering if I should start at some point. But
dude, she's got episodes that break it down for like 90 minutes or 2 hours.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Maybe I'll check those out. She's the real deal. I cannot wait to talk to her. Absolutely can't wait to talk to her.
Awesome.
And about her BooktUbe journey, about all of it, just everything. It's just gonna be an amazing time, an amazing hang. And then you know what's coming Friday. You know what's happening Friday.
I do.
All
Friday
right.
will be my book haul from the month of May. I don't think.
Well, really, it's for. I think it's people are.
It's for my birthday.
Yeah.
Many lovely, 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 incredibly kind people sent me many things for my birthday.
An unbelievable stack.
An insane amount of things for my birthday. So many things to go around. That was why last week when we did the book haul, it was only your haul. Minus the one book I did buy for myself that I bought off you. I bought a copy of The Devils off you because you had already ordered it, but you wanted to get the broken binding one, so I bought your UK edition.
There you go.
So that probably won't be in there, but it would just be thanking everybody because, oh man, the amount of people to thank, the amount of people that were insanely kind is crazy to me.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be like, I think very special because, you know, you are a truly wealthy young man indeed. When you have people that care and want to take your journey with you and want to be a part and want to appreciate and enjoy this time that we all have together, whether if it's in real life or not, and they want to enjoy that time that we all have together with you. And, you know, sometimes, hey, everyone's got a bad day here or there, but you can remember all those people. And that makes you a wealthy, wealthy person indeed. So I can't wait to celebrate you on that book haul.
I don't know how to process these emotions on camera. I don't think I'll cry. I hope I don't cry. As a warning, if we get to that video and people go, why does Jacob just look incredibly pale and confused? It's because I don't know how to process what's happening. That's why.
Yeah, your chip is not 100%.
No. Anytime someone gives me a gift, I go, what are you doing? I don't deserve this. So I'm looking at the pile right now. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, I had to help you load your car.
And it took, I think, 3 trips to do it. So that will be coming on Friday. And I'm very excited for it. If just to thank all the incredible people that were so kind.
Absolutely. So, and then the other thing this coming week is, again, on Mike's book review, on Mike's channel, on the 12th at 8 o'clock Eastern, is the Quilluminati meeting, and we will discuss all things the stress of her regard with me and the good Dr. Chase and Brian Bell and
so the 12th
Mike,
is Thursday.
Thursday evening.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Mike, who will be back from vacation and should be rested and ready to go. So Quilluminati, I love it. It is that they are I love hanging out with those guys.
Man, what is up with every time Mike goes on vacation, he gets a book that is not his jam.
No, Mike, again, said he didn't love it, but he liked it.
Oh, okay.
It was not like the last vacation when I picked a book that caused him to have a beach rant meltdown. That didn't happen.
Yes, I believe you ruined his vacation. I'm almost certain.
That's what people tell me. So that's everything for me, except what have you been watching? Did you squeeze any TV time in this week?
No, it was a very busy week. I didn't watch anything.
Really?
No. Maybe that's not true. Oh, you know what? We had some friends over, and we went to hang out with some friends, and they had brought up that, oh, you know, I've never seen Princess Mononoke. We're like,
I have.
You have seen that movie. That's crazy.
You're talking about anime I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they love Studio Ghibli. So I was like, how have you not seen it? We're having a watch party tonight. So we had friends over and hung out and had snacks and watched Princess Mononoke. But that's the only thing. And I've seen it before. So that's the only thing I watched this week.
What a great night, man.
It was
a great
so much
night.
fun. Yeah.
You know, I envy you this time of your life. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. So glad you got friends. That sounds like a great night.
Yeah. I'm having a blast, man.
Yeah.
What about you?
I am, as of now, entirely caught up on Murderbot.
Oh, wow. Didn't you just start it?
The episodes are like 25, 30 minutes long.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Excuse me. So it's not hard to catch up.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to catch up because it's incredibly addictively watchable. And I was not sure about this one because I read...
You weren't a fan of the first book.
I read Martha Wells' Systems Red. I read the first book in the series, and it's like... Oh, I mean, it's an interesting concept, a great conceit. There's some. She's a fine writer. Not quite my jam. I mean, you know, it's not like I wouldn't continue and see where it goes. I absolutely would, but it wasn't a rush to. And I got off on so many other things, and I just haven't gotten back yet. So I was like, I wonder how the show's going to hit for me. If I'm going to like it, what's going to be. Man, let me tell you something. They do such a great job. Everything about Apple TV Plus is some quality programming. Everything about the tone, the writing, the effects, the casting, the costume design, everything about this, all the way down to, I would say, who they hired in to adapt and showrun. They do such an amazing job of capturing this literary feeling of this book they're adapting, because you've got a murder bot, you've got a sec unit, a security unit on this little habitation module where things start to go south really quick. So he has access to all the different cameras of all the different rooms. So even if he's somewhere way over here, he can check in with characters and see what's going on. So you almost have this feeling of the omniscient narrator and overdubbed voice soundtrack narration of him going on about what he's seeing and what he's watching, pulled straight from a literary type of feel. So you've got an omniscient narrator waxing philosophic about humanity, and there's nothing between him and whoever he wants to watch, wherever he wants to watch, as this mystery starts to become involved and get deeper and deeper and deeper. And some of the dialogue that didn't quite hit for me in the book, again, I've talked about, sometimes it's just performance. Like a lot of people say Brandon Sanderson's humor doesn't hit for them. And it's like, great, everyone's different. But you know what, if you hired Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling to play Wax and Wayne, I bet those lines and the timing of their performance would make it hit for so many more people than just reading it in a book. So Alexander Skarsgård, his delivery and his timing and his deadpan way of looking at these lines and these line readings that he's delivering just make it work so well. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really great adaptation. It's a great way to do it, the way they adapted it, the way they moved the camera from his perspective and his point of view. There's not a weak link in the cast. It's so much fun. They got the tone spot on. It's so much fun.
Now there's another show you're going to make me watch. Now I got to watch this show.
What's the last show I made you watch? Was The Studio.
The Studio. And you were right. You were very right.
You had to thank me.
I did have to thank you. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Put this on if you're doing something else, put it on. Just try the first episode. I almost promise you'd have to keep going.
I bet I will. Because see, that's the problem I fall into is like, I don't want to put Mickey 17 on while I work because I want to pay attention to that. A 25-minute show director I can probably have on while I work on something. It'll be just fine.
Yeah, that's your favorite director. You want to give that your time and attention.
Right, yeah.
In a certain way. But no, I think this is, you'd catch it all even if you weren't like completely glued on the screen. But I don't see how you guys can, the youth these days, I don't see how you can multitask. And I got to be tuned in entirely. But, you do you.
Takes too much time. You got to do 8 things at once every day.
No. Can't do it. Refuse to do it. But yeah, no, you should give it a try. Absolutely give it a try.
I will do so. Is that everything you watched? Is that everything?
With the reading a couple books and the trip and ticking off a junior high bucket list concert, that's what I got done this week.
I think that's a pretty good week. You did well.
I did. I feel like I did all I could.
This was therapeutic. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like you validating me. That needs to happen more.
Is that what this is for? Is that why I'm here?
maybe you need to come up with more nicknames for me.
No, because then our intro is going to be like a minute long.
Well, how long is it now?
It's like 30 seconds.
Okay, I can make it a minute.
No, please don't make that a challenge. I'll just cut it out, actually. You know what?
I
Talk as long as you want.
You got all the power.
I'll cut it right out.
So do you have anything else, or that's it?
I think that's it for me. I'm just going to keep chugging along on Ships of Merior as quick as I can.
You're going to love it.
I know I will. I'm loving it already.
When you hit that in, man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that to happen.
We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me.
All right. Say goodnight.
Well,
or no, not good night. Well, It's night for us.
It's night for us. Say good morning, everyone.
There you go. Launch yourselves into the week. We'll see you soon, right here on Talking Story.